Hello, hello, and welcome into the weekly mixing stream here. We are mixing a cover of a song called Fortunate Son. It is an old CCR song, so this will be kind of a fun one to just kind of slam through here. Drums, bass, pair of guitars, and a lead vocal. Really simple, straightforward kind of rock track here, so it'll be a fun one to mess with and to try and get sounding nice and big and rocking here. I've got everything pulled down except for the kick drum. That is where we are going to start. I do have my mix bus processing in place here. Got the console shaper up, just have the drive on, but it's pulled all the way down to 0. That's kind of where I like to keep the console shaper. No noise, no crosstalk, nothing like that going on. Then I have the PreSonus Brit Comp running here. It's their SSL style bus compressor, 2-to-1 ratio, 100 millisecond release, 30 millisecond attack. Threshold's at negative 1.6, and then I got a dB of makeup gain. We're only going to be shooting for about maybe 2 to 3 dB reduction here with this guy. And then at the end of my mix A chain, which is where I'm doing the bulk of my mix bus processing, is the soft tube tape machine. Color amount is at 5.1. B type for the tape color here. It gives me more bottom end warmth out of this unit, I feel like. And then 30 IPS for the tape speed. This is sending, paralleling into this mix B here. We'll do some parallel processing on the entire track, the mix as a whole. When we get there, get everything up. But both mix A and mix B are running into my actual mix bus, which just has this mastering style limiter here. So 6 dB of gain into a negative 1 dB ceiling. But you can see I pull my main output down by about 6 dB. So I mix into this limiter. I don't print my mix with this limiter on, but I mix into it. So it's kind of like a little bit of monitoring safety. It gives me that extra gain and that little bit of limiting on the track. So there's no surprises when I do send my track out to the mastering session here. And as always, these multi-tracks are available to download. So you can click the link in the description of the stream of the video here, and you will be able to download the multi-tracks for this song, and you can pull them into your DAW, and you can mix along with the stream. You can follow along and mix along with me. Otherwise, you can just pull them in and use them for your own mixing practice there. We were dropping some frames there for a second, it looked like. So hopefully, we're kind of dropping them again. It looks like everything's okay. Hopefully we're okay. Oh, no, we're going... We're going in and out here. All right, we're jumping back in here. Let me make sure very quickly here that the stream is doing okay. It looked like we were dropping quite a few frames there for a second, but let me make sure we're doing okay here. Jumping back in here very quickly here that the stream is doing okay. Okay, it seems like we're okay now. So hopefully, let's see here. Yeah, okay. It looks like we're doing all right now. So we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna actually jump into the track here. As I was saying before, I started dropping a whole bunch of frames for some reason. Link in the description of the stream. You can download the multi-tracks for this song completely for free. So you can pull them into your DAW. You can mix along with the stream here, mix along with me. Otherwise, you can just use them for your own mixing practice. They are completely free to download. And there's tons and tons of other multi-tracks on that page as well. Like over a year and a half worth of these weekly mixing streams. Always a new song, always a new set of multi-tracks as well. So let's kind of jump in here. And let's look at our kick drum to begin with here. So I'm going to pull in my kick chain here. And I just want to target the bigger peaks with this limiter here. So if we go to like maybe -9 with this. So I might back off just a click. I'm always weary about pushing a limiter too hard. I don't want to hear any kind of distortion or anything, especially on kick drum. So I'm going to pull it back and then just double up on it. So hopefully that kind of keeps our kick drum in place here. It sounds like our sub's out of phase. So let's look really quick here. If we zoom in, oh, we for sure are. Here's our kick in and kick out, and then here's our sub. So sub definitely just needs to be flipped there. Yep. Yep. So let's blend these in. Let's blend the sub back in. I kind of like that. So without. Yeah, I think I can roll with that. So we'll keep that flipped there. And then let's come back. We'll have to look at our limiter one more time here, just because we're going to have a ton more bottom end. So let's see, where is our biggest peaks at here? On our kick, we've got one here and one here, it looks like. We might actually still be okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we're still fine there. Okay, I can dig that. So a little bit of ringing I'm hearing here. Looks like we started to drop some frames again, so hopefully the stream is okay. I guess it's just a bad day for streaming here. I might just pull that all the way out. I hear a higher one. Right there. Okay, now I want to do some compression, see if we can tighten up the kick drum a little bit. I'm going to speed up the release a little bit here. I kind of like that. I think I hear one more ringing frequency right here, though. Much better. Cool. That feels way cleaner. Now I want to boost up some bottom here. I'm going to do this at the end of the chain here. I'm going to move this down a click, I think. I like that. We've got some nice point here on the kick drum at 80, and it slopes off to about 30 pretty well there. I'm going to put a clipper on the bus here. Okay, I kind of like where the kick drum's sitting. Let's get some top end on it, up at like 9K here. That's feeling about right. Okay, I'm happy with where our kick drum's sitting. Let's pull up the snare. Same thing, I'm going to start with my snare chain. I have this one that has a DBX style hold on. It looks like we're dropping out again. It's just a rough day for the stream, I think. I don't even know if it's still, I don't know if we're still live. It says we are, but let's see here. Looks like we're dropping out again. It's just a, we seem to be back. I mean, you could let me know in, you can let me know in chat if it's still there. It looks like we're back. So, if you're here in chat, drop a comment in chat. Let me know if you're having any issues. Let me know if it's dropping out. It looks to be back. I don't know. It just must be a rough day for stream. I don't know if our internet's going out. I know we're supposed to have some storms here in a little bit, but it looks like the stream is kind of back here. So we're going to keep rolling. I'm going to start the same way we kind of did on our kick drum. So I'm going to drop a limiter in here. Probably starting at like 6 there. Yeah, and then I'm going to double it up, same way we did on our kick drum, and just bring it down to 9. That way we just have something kind of holding, kind of have it holding in place there. Mike, you said start of the session is missing. Yes, that should be missing. The start of this current stream should be like right kind of when we're going into the kick drum, I believe. I had to stop and restart. There's just some issues with the stream today, but we should be okay here now. If you have any questions on anything that I've covered so far, we've pretty much just done the kick drum and we're starting on the snare drum. So if you have any questions about anything on the kick drum, go ahead and drop them in chat and I'll make sure we try and answer them for you. But yeah, the little bit at the front end where we talk about just the track we're working on and then that the multi-tracks are available in the description, I think that is missing. Drop a high pass in here. A little bit of ringing there. And I might pull out the lower one too. Right there. Yep, let's get rid of that. Cool, a little bit of compression here on the snare drum. Mike, you said you did jump in at the kick drum. Cool. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions on what we did on the kick drum, and I'll go back and show that for you. I'll dial this back just a little bit. Right about there, just kind of tapping 6 dB reduction. Cool, and then I want to give it some air. Ooh, right there has some nice pop in the top end, but you can see we've got this big dip here, so let's take care of that. I'm liking that. I'm going to bring a limiter down. Just to catch things that are kind of jumping through there. Cool, and then we'll boost up some bottom here. I like that. That seems to be about right there. Volkerschmill, you said good work. Thank you. That sounded good to me so far. I'm gonna look at the overheads here next. Pull in kind of my overhead. The cymbals sound a little wonky there, my overhead EQ. Roll off a little bit of the bottom. I'm gonna flip to mono here for a second. Yeah, there's some cymbal work to be done there. Okay, let's see if we can get that cymbal harshness. little higher? No, it's kind of right there. So let's get that out, see where we're sitting. Not really hearing anything else. So let's see how we're sitting there. Cool. Let's take a look at our toms here. Creep the overheads back just a touch there. Okay, toms are a little muddy sounding. Let's kind of see. That's all three right there. So let's kind of... I'm going to roll right under the fundamental, the lowest tom. And let's get rid of all of this kind of build up in the mid-range. Yep. I want to give it some top too. Okay, but we've got some of those cymbals coming through, so let's grab those frequencies that are popping out. Seems to be the same one, it looks like. Yep, so let's get rid of that. I don't know if we need to get rid of that. No, I'm okay with that. Cool. That sounded good so far. We will look at our oh. It's looking like we dropped again. Hold on here. Let me make sure we're still good. Just a rough day for streaming, I guess. Hold on here. Let me make sure we're still... All right, it looks like we're okay. Yeah, all right. Maybe it's just my streaming software that's kind of freaking out. If you can, let me know in the chat. Is it dropping in and out, or is the stream falling apart, or is it just maybe OBS that's kind of not agreeing with YouTube today? Here's our mono room. I like to roll off some of that top, and then let's just get rid of some of this mud and build up here. I can dig that. Cool. Let's kind of blend that in. It gives us a little bit more beef on the kick drum for sure. Yeah. Toms as well. Mike, you said it's okay? You're not having any issues with the stream? Maybe it's just OBS then. I keep getting a notification that I'm dropping a bunch of frames and that the stream is having trouble connecting to YouTube. I'm good. It's okay for you so far. Cool. I'm gonna bring in a little bit of the stereo room. A little bit more of the toms. And then maybe a little bit of clipping on the drums. You can see I like a lot of control on drums. Just got to make sure that you don't overdo it sometimes, but a little bit of clipping can go a long way to give you just some extra control and make sure fills don't jump out too much or anything like that. I'm going to pull in my normal chain here. Mike, you said some lag and freeze on your cam every once in a while. Okay, yeah, maybe it's my cam then. As long as the DAW stays up, I'm happy. If my cam is losing frames, that's disappointing, but you don't need to see me. Well, at least it's just my cam that's kind of lagging and freezing. I kind of don't mind a little bit of mid-range there, so I'm going to leave it. We're just going to compress it. I can dig that. I want to do some bottom end compression here. Cool. I'm going to actually edit all relative, so I'm just going to pull this down. We're just going to squeeze the bottom end a little bit to hold it in place. Same way I like control on drums, I like it on bass guitar too. I don't mind a little bit of distortion. It's rock and roll. Cool, now let's boost up some bottom here. It's a big boost here, but give it a little bit of bite here, and then maybe a little bit of top. We might squeeze the top end a little bit harder with the multiband, but just a little bit. I want to hear just the bottom, make sure our kick and bass are feeling okay. That's feeling a little better. I'm wondering if we have too much of this area. That feels a little bit better. We'll start moving into our guitars here. So here's our first guitar. It's pretty good. I mean, I might be able to just kind of squeeze this with the multiband a little bit. Maybe a little bit of mids. Yeah, and then let's just kind of clamp down on it a little bit with the multiband. There's a ringing frequency that's bothering me. Better? Cool, let's get this other guitar in. Yeah, it still says... Okay, now it says I'm back. It keeps saying I'm going in and out on the stream. This feels like it has a little bit more mid-range to it already. And then same thing, I'm just gonna pull the multiband down and kind of hold this in place. That's feeling pretty good. I feel like I hear some kind of harshness on the guitars. I'm going to put them through my mains here for a second and see if I can find what's going on there. So I'm going to mute my mic for just a click here. Okay, and there was something that was bothering me there on the snare drum as well. There was like a little bit of whistling going on. I'm happier with the guitars. I'm going to blend in a little bit of this reverse reverb here. So I'm sending from this pair of guitars into the medium studio verb. I'm using the splitter tool to get access to the left channel and right channel. I've got the same room reverb on both sides. We'll lock that one. Rolling off everything below 300 at the end of the chain here, but then I'm flipping the panning on it. So our guitar is going to come in the left side, come out the right side, and then same thing for our right guitar. Our right guitar is going to come in the right side, come out the left side. So we're going to blend this in with our guitars here. I'm going to do it on the intro. Just a little bit of extra life on our guitars there. A little bit of distortion on the bass. let's kind of see where our vocals sit.
It ain't me, ain't no millionaire son. Some folks are born silver spoon in hand. Ooh, don't they help themselves, yeah. When the tax man comes to the door, ooh, the house looks like a rummage sale.
Little high pass. And then let's hit it pretty hard here. It's an aggressive vocal, so let's.
Some folks are born silver spoon in hand. Ooh, don't they help themselves, yeah. Silver spoon in hand. Ooh, don't they help themselves, yeah.
Catch those S's.
Themselves, yeah. Ooh, don't they help themselves, yeah. When the tax man comes to the door, ooh, the house looks like a rummage sale, yeah. It ain't me. Some folks are born silver spoon in hand. Ooh, don't they? Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't.
Let's get some top on it.
Millionaire son. Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me.
A little bit of limiting.
Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no.
A little bit of suited on the bus here.
It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me.
Push the vocal into it a little bit more.
Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no. It ain't me. Yeah! Some folks inherit star-spangled eyes. Woo, they send you down the wall. And when you ask them how much should we give,
I'm kind of happy with how it's sounding so far. We need some effects on our vocal, but that's not too bad to start here. I'm going to loop this little section here. We're going to do some referencing. We're going to make sure attack time at voice is difficult, perhaps. I'm not quite sure what you mean. If you're talking about the attack time on the compressor, if you're saying maybe it's not in the right spot, or if it's just difficult to set the attack, I kind of leave the settings here on the 1176 style compressor. It's a pretty, I don't know, popular spot for vocals.
ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me. It ain't me.
You can see it's kind of moving in time with our vocal. I don't want to go too much faster. That's kind of why I put the limiter after it. So the compressor will kind of hold our vocal in place generally, and then I'll just throw the limiter at the end to catch any bigger peaks that slip through the compressor and that slip through the de-esser there.
Ain't no millionaire son.
We're going to do some referencing here. So I'm going to look at just the super low end first here. 50 hertz and below, and I'm going to crank up the volume here. So if you're listening on bigger speakers, if you're listening on subs, just keep in mind it's going to get a little bit louder here. So let's kind of look, see where the bottom end's sitting on the track here. And then here's the original track as well. I think I'm happy with the kick drum. Bass, I'm pretty close to satisfied with. I want to see the octave above. Yeah, I'm happy with the kick. Okay, I like that. I pulled the bass down just a couple clicks there. Vocal Schmoll, you're saying you mean to set the attack time. I'm assuming you by when you say attack time, at voice is difficult. Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky if you're not using something like an 1176. If you're using, where's it at? Just like a stock compressor. So let me kind of roll things back here. I'll show you generally how I kind of like to work with just a stock compressor. And I would do it before I do any kind of top end boost. So just a high pass. Let's kind of see where we're sitting here.
Ain't no millionaire, son, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no, no.
So for vocals, I generally like to start here for attack and release. 7 millisecond attack, 40 millisecond release, 4-to-1 ratio. And I'll just pull the threshold down till we're getting about 7 dB reduction to start. And then I can kind of adjust from there.
Ain't no millionaire, son, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no, no. Ain't no millionaire, son, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire, son, no, no.
So there we could speed up. So let's come
It
down.
ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one. Ain't no fortunate. Ain't no fortunate. Ain't no fortunate one. Ain't no millionaire, son, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no, no. Ain't no millionaire, son, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no, no.
That seems to be moving in time a little bit better. So that's kind of where I would end up if I was using the stock compressor on that one. And you can see we're still way faster with the attack here on the 1176 style compressor. We're under a millisecond pretty much there. But on the stock compressor, this is about where I would end up. You can see the release is faster here. So it lets go a little bit faster, gives the compressor more time to re-attack there. That's how I would generally set it. Like I said, I like to start at 7 millisecond attack, 40 millisecond release, just kind of pull the threshold down until I'm getting 7, 10 dB reduction. And if you have a compressor that visually shows you the gain reduction, it can help when you're starting out to be able to watch that and set your attack and release time so it's moving in time with your vocal. And then you can kind of dial the threshold back from there to get it sitting, doing the amount of reduction that you want. So that's generally how I would do gain reduction and setting the attack time on a vocal. You said the vocal is very aggressive. You would get problems. Yes, so this is a more aggressive vocal for sure. That's why I like the 1176 here. It's definitely more of an aggressive style compressor. And then just putting the limiter afterwards. So anytime he's attacking words a little bit harder and a little bit more aggressively, that limiter will catch anything that slips through the compressor. So if you double up your compression with a limiter sometimes, I think Chris Lord LG used to call it like a topper. It's just throwing it after the compressor, just a limiter to grab anything that slips through. That can be super, super helpful as well. So make sure you download the Multitracks. It's definitely a cool vocal to try out and to mess with and to practice some compression on. I'm happy with the bottom end, so we're going to jump up here and we're going to look at the top end. So this we'll see if the top end is right on our vocal here as well. So we could probably dial that back a click. I like it right there. Maybe an extra click of top end on the snare. Kick sounds good. Cool, let's see where our guitars are sitting. Yeah, I'm okay with where the guitars are sitting frequency-wise there. That's feeling pretty good. Let's jump down to the next frequency range here. So we got 5K to 10K. That is an octave there. Yeah, kick sounds good. I like the vocal too. And I'm happy with where the guitars are sitting. Okay, let's keep moving here. 2K to 5K here. So there's definitely something wonky on the vocal there. So I'm going to take my headphones off here for a second. I'm going to flip to my mains and kind of see if I can find... Actually, you know what? Let's just see if we can find it really quick before I flip to the mains. Let's just solo up our vocal, see if we can find that harshness there, see what's going on.
Ain't no millionaire son, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no, no. Ain't no millionaire son, no, no. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no, no. Ain't no millionaire son, no, no. Ain't no millionaire son, no, no. It ain't me. Ain't no millionaire son, no, no.
I kind of like that. I like that better. Maybe a little bit more high mids on the snare. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna kick the guitars up a click. Cool, let's keep moving here. 1K to 2K. Volkersmall, you're saying perhaps 1.8K on the vocal there might be a little harsh. You're thinking, or on the guitars. We'll kind of see here as we look through. We're definitely sitting in this frequency range now. Yeah, there's a little bit of build up there. Oh, but it's coming through on the original. I'm not gonna crack on the snare there. Could use a little bit more on the guitars here, I think. snare drum here. I kind of like it though. Kick sounds good. I'm gonna put a little bit more bass here, I think. Now let's check our guitars. They could use a little bit more weight here. So I'm gonna come down below here, kind of give it a wider boost. I like that a little bit better. Let's make sure our vocal's okay. Same thing here. Cool, that's feeling better here. Last little frequency range here, and then we'll start kind of dialing in effects on everything. Hey, we might be able to pull the snare back just a click here. Let's see where our guitars sit. That might be good there. Let's go back to full range, see where we're sitting.
Oh, it ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one. No, no. Ain't no millionaires. Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh,
So just lots of verb on our vocal.
One man, some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, the red, white, and blue. One man plays hail to the chief. Oh, they point the cannon at you, Lord. It ain't me. It ain't me. Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, the red, white, and blue. One man plays hail to the chief. Some folks
Now with that, let's add a little bit of verb to the snare as well. Cool, a little bit of clipping on the bus. Cool, I'm gonna loop this chorus here, and we're gonna slowly blend in our parallel chain. So you can see we were doing about 7 to 10 dB reduction here with the compressor, 100 millisecond recovery, 2-to-1 ratio, thresholds at -12, gains at 8 here. But after this compressor, we're adding 3 dB at 60, 3 dB at 7K. So a little heat, a little shine. I'm gonna blend this up underneath the mix.
It ain't me, it ain't me, ain't no millionaire son, no, no. It ain't me, it ain't me, ain't no, it ain't me, it ain't me, ain't no millionaire son, no, no. It ain't me, it ain't me, ain't no fortunate one, no, no. Yeah! From folks inherit, star-spangled eyes. Woo, they send you down to...
All right, I'm pretty happy with how this is sounding here. So we're gonna kick this up to 0 now, so it'll get a little bit louder. But we're gonna listen down to the entire track here, kind of see what did I add up there. We're gonna listen down to the entire track and make sure we are good there. I don't know what this little marker here is. Can I move it? No, I can't. Is that... I've never seen that marker before. Interesting. Okay. Anywho, we're going to take a listen to the whole track here, up at full volume, and we're going to make sure everything is okay. If there's any little tweaks we need to make, we'll make them, but this will be our final listen through here of our mix.
Some folks are born made to wear the flag. Ooh, the red, white, and blue.
You can't hear me talking at the moment. I am indeed muted. Yes. Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes I have to mute my mic to talk to people who talk to me, yell to me from upstairs there. So I apologize for that. Let me kind of go through what I was saying here one more time. So just level wise, kind of parking the bass around -20 or so here, and then the guitars are sitting around -18 or so. That's just level wise for the bass guitar and then for our guitars here. Frequency wise, what we're doing here on the bass guitar, we're adding a little bit of 700 hertz here. That's kind of that bite on the bass guitar, and then a bunch of like 4K to get that fret noise. Heavily compressing the bass guitar here, so 7 to 10 dB reduction on the bass guitar, and then using the multiband to hold the bottom end and that top end that we boosted in place. Only after all of that am I boosting bottom end. You can see I'm boosting a bunch of 80 here. I'm actually dipping a little bit around 200 as well here. So that's kind of getting the bass super, super controlled so we can keep it powerful. I'm cool. I'm glad you can hear me now as I was answering your question, but I was muted there. So that's kind of the breakdown on the bass guitar. On the electric guitars, we're boosting some of that same 4K area, but our guitars are panned wide here. You can see I'm rolling off the bottom end on the guitar. So our bass is boosted in the bottom end at 80, but on our guitars, we're boosting around that 150, 200 area that we carved out of our bass guitar. So that gives us the weight difference, and that weight is being sculpted on our guitars and our bass. Our bass guitar is getting boosted at 80. Our guitars are getting boosted around this 150, 200 area that we carved out of our bass. That makes room for everything so we can keep everything loud inside the track. Kind of the main takeaways to keeping that bass guitar loud is the amount. You said, does the order of the EQ matter? Yes, the order of the EQ matters on the bass guitar. I like to boost top end into the compression that I'm doing here. So this is that first EQ. I'm rolling off some of that sub, boosting that mid-range and that high-mid information. That's feeding into the FET style compressor here, and then it's feeding into the multi-band here. I want to compress the bottom end and get it even before I boost bottom end. So this is the EQ at the end of the chain on the bass guitar. I'm boosting bottom end at the end of the chain, so our bass guitar is even and it's consistent, and that's what I'm bringing up from our bass guitars. Even, consistent, powerful bottom end there. Same kind of thing I would say for the electric guitars. I am boosting the bottom end at the end of the chain here. I don't like the way it sounds when I boost bottom end into compression. It kind of always feels like it just overdrives the compressor. If you can get it even first and then boost bottom end, it's always going to serve you a little bit better. So you said, I understand, so you're putting them on different frequencies and different places. Yes, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Oh, awesome. You said that makes so much sense. I'm glad that makes sense. Awesome. Yes. The biggest thing I can tell you is to start putting a multi-band compressor on your bass guitar. If you take nothing else away from this long rant and spiel, try some multi-band compression on your bass guitar. It'll help you get that bottom end super, super consistent. And lately I've been putting it on the top end as well. So I can boost top end and get the bass heard and make sure it's audible. You hear all those notes, but none of the fret noise or anything or the finger noise pops out and gets too much inside the track there. So I hope that answers your question there. I'm going to back up here and we're going to finish listening through the track here. Oh, so that's some kind of... that's what that is there. Cool. All right. Now I know what that is.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, the red, white, and blue. One man plays hail to the chief. Ooh, they point the cannon at you, Lord. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no senator's son. It ain't me. It ain't me. Ain't no fortunate one, no. Some folks are born silver spoon in hand.
That's sounding really, really good to me. I'm definitely happy with how that came out there. Nothing was feeling harsh to me on that final listen through either. The vocal felt okay. It felt a little aggressive on the yeah going into the final verse, but I kind of like the power of it. So I'm tempted to just kind of leave that there on that section, leave that little bit of aggression there. The only thing I kind of did during that final listen through was I just tucked the toms down a click. They felt a little bit attacky on some of the rolls, but other than that, I'm going to try and pronounce your name. Omar Asaf 1609. You said that's perfect. I'm glad you think it's perfect. I'm pretty happy with how it sounds as well. If you didn't already, make sure you click the link in the description. You can download the multi-tracks for this song. So you can pull them into your DAW and you can mix along. You can follow along with the stream here. The replay for all the streams stay up. So you can follow along with the replay and you can mix along step by step with me, give you some extra mixing practice as well. And if you go back, you can see kind of how I built that bass guitar mix out with the multiband. Same thing with the guitars. There's a little bit of multiband compression on those as well. So if you're kind of new to some multiband techniques, you can kind of follow along there with the actual multi-tracks and kind of see how you can get that stuff into play. And if you have any questions, you can always drop them in the comments below the video, below the stream, and I will answer them as I come back to the stream to view comments and everything like that. But that's going to do it for the stream here. I'm here every week, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. with a new set of multi-tracks, and we mix them from start to finish here on the stream. The multi-tracks are always available to download. Link in the description will take you over to that page. There's tons and tons of other multi-tracks on that page as well, like over a year and a half, almost 2 years worth of these weekly mixing streams with a different set of multi-tracks. You can grab any of the multi-tracks you want from that list, and you can follow back to the stream as well. There's a link to the multi-tracks and then the stream that goes with each set of multi-tracks as well. So any of them that you want to follow along with, covers, originals, what have you, they are all there. You said, thank you so much. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You're going to tune into more streams. Awesome. Yeah. Every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central Time, I'm here. We were a little late today, and according to my OBS here, there was a bunch of issues and drop frames with the stream, but people earlier said it seemed to be okay, so hopefully the replay for this is all right. But yeah, there's always a new set of multi-tracks, and they're always available to download for free. That's going to do it here for this one. I'm punching my desk as I'm talking here. I'm pretty happy with how the track came out here. So thank you so much I'm saying a lot here at the end of this. Thank you so much for watching. Pretty happy with how this track came out. We got it sounding powerful. We got it sounding big with minimal amounts of tracks. If you still have time, can I ask one question? Absolutely. Go ahead and ask one more question here as I'm kind of rambling through the outro here. Pretty happy with how the track came out. I like where the drums were sitting. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing too much limiting on the drums, but I like how consistent the kick drum and the snare drum came out. Bass is feeling big. We dialed that distortion track up. Guitars are feeling nice and wide as well. And like I said, the only thing that was kind of bothering me on that final listen through was there seemed to be a little bit of aggression going into that final verse on the vocal. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. I like that little bit of lift going into the final section there. Are we getting some dropped frames here again on the outro? Oh no, it's saying there's no data. So hopefully the stream is staying up here. I know you said Omar Asaf 1609. I know you said you had one more question. So you said there's your question, because old songs are not made on a DAW. The tempo is like 104.32 and it keeps changing a lot. How do you deal with that when multi-tracking? Kind of pull it in. So you can see I have the original track is down here. And if we just kind of follow along a little bit. So here's where the original track is starting. You can see the grid lines. It's pretty close here. I'll play a little bit of the original track. I'm not going to play much because copyright gets stream taken down.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red. It ain't me. It ain't me. Oh. Some folks are born silver spoon in hand. Lord, Lord.
We're almost like dead on some of these sections here.
Some folks inherit star-spangled eyes.
by the time we get to the outro, we're a little bit ahead of things there. The original track is probably cooking a little bit more. But depending on what songs you're working on for cover songs, some of these older songs, believe it or not, some of them are really, really close to being dead on because they're not tracking to. This probably isn't tracked to a click, but more songs than you think back then were tracked to some kind of click or metronome just to kind of keep things in time. It wasn't always coming from like a DAW like this. Sometimes it was coming from a Linn drum machine or what have you back then. But very, very talented musicians are doing these tracks. And more often than not, they practice these over and over and over and over and over again before they track them. So you'll find some of them are very, very close to being dead on, which gives you a good reference for most of this track to kind of map out the song. So when we're doing covers like this, I'll pull in the original track down here and I'll kind of put in my markers up top here. So intro, guitar intro, verse, chorus, bridge, verse, and final chorus. And they're close enough to being on the grid that you can count along and put markers for these sections. And then that helps me put in the arranger tool here as well. So I can mark intro, verse, chorus sections like that. And then if you need to, you can map out the chords. From there, we'll track guitars, and you can kind of see where the different sections are. And then we'll track to the click there. So this is at 133 BPM. So that's kind of how we deal with things like that, where songs that aren't tracked to a tempo, doing a cover of them to a click track. More often than not, they're pretty close. And you can usually Google as well. There's multiple websites that are giving you the key and the BPM for songs like this. So if you just Google like this song, Fortunate Son CCR BPM, you'll get a pretty close approximation of the BPM. And usually when you end up pulling the song in, it's pretty close to being dead on there. But that's kind of our system for working with these older songs like this and tracking them to a click track. But the originals are still a very, very good reference below because it's pretty close to being dead on the grid there. Yeah, you said so, mapping the song beforehand and then go from there. Absolutely. Just pulling in the original track, drawing out a map here in Studio One or in Fender Studio Pro as it's called now. You can kind of put your markers in, use your arranger tool if you need. You can map out the chords. That makes it so much easier to kind of play the guitar part and kind of be able to watch the different sections go by so you know when you're changing, especially because there's not a vocal there. Then vocals are usually the last thing we track. So having the arranger tool there, we can do the guitars, then the bass, track the drums, and then finally throw in the vocals at the end of the chain there. I hope that made sense. Kind of gave you a little bit of insight into how we're tracking older songs like this to a click track, even though they might not have been tracked to a click track. That's going to do it for this stream here. Really, really happy with how this song came out here. Got to answer some good questions as well. I always like when there's a little bit of interaction with the actual chat there. Make sure you grab the Multitracks if you haven't. Link in the description. You can pull them into your DAW, mix along with the stream. That's going to do it for here. I will see you in the next video. I'll see you in the next stream every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central Time. I am here with a new set of Multitracks and then the weekly videos on Monday. Sometimes there's an extra one on Friday. Thank you so much for joining me for another stream, and I will see you very, very soon in the next video.